Hi guys, it's Mastro from MastroGames.com. Today I'm going to talk about the monitor that I use for my system. It's the Acer X34 Predator. It's a 34-inch ultra-wide screen, so it's got a 21:9 aspect ratio. This allows me to go to resolutions such as 3440 by 1440. This is wider than your typical 1080p or typical 16:9 resolution. I'll have some screenshots here of different games I've played, such as Black Desert Online, Tom Clancy's Wildland, and Elite Dangerous. Alright, here we have Black Desert Online. This is what you would see on a 16:9 aspect ratio, so a 1080p view. You'll notice that on my edges of the screen, starting from the right, I see a man in a pack, and it looks like a gentleman or a kid, or kind of got a little bit cut off there on the right hand side. On the left hand side, you see two people talking to each other. And that's as far as I can see to my right and to my left. Now, on my 21:9 aspect ratio, so my 3440 by 1440 screen, this is what I see. On the right hand side, there's a group of kids playing with wooden swords, which you couldn't see before. There's a guard in red. And on the left hand side, you can see a lot more past those two gentlemen. So this is great if you're doing PvP, if you're wanting to see more of what's around you, then the 21:9 aspect ratio is something you might be interested in. And again, you want a larger screen like the 34-inch because you're limited on the height of the screen. So in this screenshot, we have Elite Dangerous. In Elite Dangerous, you can see on the right and the left, you can see cylinders kind of connect near those poles on the left and the right in the background. And along the bottom, you can see maybe one air vent to the bottom left and one air vent to the bottom right. Now, in the 21:9 aspect ratio, you can see that there's three vents on the bottom and the right and the bottom left, and you can see a lot more from past those cylinders. So again, there's a lot more view space here. Now, the game's controls and UI fit in the 16:9 aspect ratio, but all that extra visibility gives you that edge on seeing what's around you. Here we have Tom Clancy. So in Tom Clancy, I'm crouched on top of a building. I have my gun drawn, and aiming at that guy in the distance. To my left and to my right, on my left hand side, you can see the edge of a tree, and maybe in that building there with the air conditioner. To the right, you can see some of that metal, the wired fencing. And now in a 21:9 aspect ratio, you see a lot more. On my left hand side, I see way past the tree, which gives you a lot more visibility. And on my right hand side, I can see that there's a wall there that then cuts down to a half wall. Now, if I'm zoomed in with my scope, this 16:9 shot, I'm zoomed in with my scope, and I'm aimed on this target. You can see on the left-hand side, there's two blue barrels, chair, and I can't really see much on my right. Now, in the 21:9 aspect ratio, I can see there's four blue barrels. I can see a lot more to my left what's going on, and more wall and more clearance on my right. I can see the the opening in the door in the distance in that building. So again, 21:9 is great for gaming because you get a lot more visibility to your left and to your right side. The X34 has G-Sync technology, just NVIDIA's G-Sync, so what that helps is reduce or eliminate tearing. So if you're moving faster than the frames can keep up with, you might run into this if you're using HDMI cable or the display port at the default 60 Hz refresh rate. Now, something I didn't know when I received the monitor that I figured out later, which was amazing, was that if you're using the display port connector, you can actually overclock the monitor to 100 Hz on your refresh rate, which is a lot better than the default 60 Hz. Unfortunately, with the HDMI cable, it seems that 60 Hz was the max you could use. Now, the downside of this monitor is that while it's great, you can see more on the sides, the downside is that it's a pain in the butt if you want to stream out. You can't stream at a full screen because on Twitch, or if you're streaming, you're limited to 1080p, or you're limited to that square shape 16:9. And so the downfall of that is that, or rectangle shape. The downfall of that is that you can't, in order to stream your ultra wide, you're going to have bars along the top and along the bottom, which you'll notice in some of my streams that those bars are there. If I was going to go with a non-ultra wide monitor, I probably would go with the Asus, the PB287Q. It's a 28-inch, 16:9 aspect ratio, so you're going to get more on the tops and the bottoms as well. That might be a great monitor if you're looking for something that's large, but you don't want to have to mess with aspect ratios when you stream out or downscaling. Now OBS and XSplit can downscale to a lower resolution for your streaming output, and you'll still get that letterbox. You'll still get that letterbox bars on the top and the bottom. If the 28 inch is too big, the Asus also has a 27 and a 24 inch. But again, this is the Acer X34 Predator that I'm using. It's a great monitor. I love it. I love that I can see more on the edges of the screen, and you'll notice that in the screenshots. The X34 does have LED options along the bottom, so you can set them to different colors, red, blue, green, and have them blink and rotate in different variations. The next thing I'm going to do with this monitor is put it up on a monitor arm and lift it up off my desk. When I do that, I'll give you guys a tour of what that looks like. So again, it's the X34, it's the Acer X34, it's an ultra wide 21:9. I mainly made this video so that you could see the differences in screenshots and playing different games. Wildlands, Black Desert Online, and Elite Dangerous, just to name a couple. Thanks for watching. This is Mastro from MastroGames.com. We're just getting started. I appreciate any feedback and comments so that we can improve future videos. Thank you.